Hi everyone, welcome to your week 3 of your Focus on You challenge with a piece of health and carry-on training. Last week's workout we really focused on your legs and your bum, so this week we're really going to focus on your arms and your abs. It's a bit of a tougher workout. We're going to do 9 different exercises, same idea as before with 45-second effort, 15-second break. I'm personally going to be using 2 4 kg dumbbells. It's a little on the heavier side, so if you do want to grab around a 3 or a 2.5, that's totally fine, or obviously if you want to make it more advanced, grab around a 5. So like I said, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We're going to be doing the 3 different exercises, repeating that once more and getting into the next ones. Alright, let's get into it guys, here we go. Alright, so getting that timer set. First exercise is a chest press with lower abs. Starting 3, 2, let's go. So going down, pressing it up and lowering those heels down. So into the chest press and lower the heels. Now if it's a little bit too hard, you can just lower one down at a time. Or again, if this is too much for your back, you can just leave your feet in this position. Or if your back is really quite bad, you can still do this exercise with your feet on the ground. But if we can, chest press, lower the heels down, making sure that back is flat on the mat the whole time. That's very important. So if you can only gonna go down this much, that's totally fine. You're gonna stop as soon as your back starts to think about coming off the mat. Chest press up, lower abs. Let's go. And done. Perfect. All right, next we're gonna go into a row with a side plank. So grabbing those weights into a plank position, and you're going to have your feet a little bit wider to get yourself a bit more staggered. Row and twist and down. Row up, other side, place that weight down, and same thing, making sure you're really getting that row in first. So row it up, side plank, and twist it back down, nice and controlled. Now again, if this is a bit too difficult, you can do this onto your knees, but make sure you're getting that row in first and then twisting your body over. Here we go. Breathing out, breathing in. That's it. And twist. And twist, good job. And done. All right, next is just a plank with a shoulder touch. And again, to normal plank position. Spread out those hands onto your toes. Again, feet about as wide as the mat. Keeping the chest over the hands and hips nice and still. We're just gonna alternate and touch those shoulders in the plank position. And you're gonna wanna do twisting like so, but really making sure you're staying as still as you can, switching all of your core on. It's really going to work the shoulders as well. That's it. Nice and controlled. If you can, speed it up. Go as fast as you can, but just make sure you're not twisting those hips. So only go as fast as you can by doing this exercise properly. There's no point rushing through it and not doing it properly. That's it. Keep going, keep going. Done. All right, back into that chest press and lower abs. Here we go. Starting in 5 seconds. Get those arms up. Back flat against that mat, nice and slow. Let's go. Press, lower down. Again. Breathing in, out, out. So really focus on that pulling the knees back in. Most people think it's all about lowering it down. Yes, you want to be in control when you're lowering it down. So really pulling those knees in towards the chest and leaving your heels around a 90-degree angle. And it's more about dropping the heels down rather than the toes. So it's not about dropping them down, keeping the same knee angle. Okay, so you're not going to be going down this way. It's about keeping the same angle, lowering it down. Let's go. Press, lower abs. Press, and done. All right, we're going back into that row and side plank. So again, feel a little bit wider, hands underneath the shoulders, and let's go. Row up, twist, twist back down, control, Other side. That's it. If this is too much for your wrists, with holding onto the weight and holding onto the weight at the bottom, you can still do this by just doing it without the weight. That's totally fine. It does become more of just the oblique exercise and not so much the arm. But if you can, really try to get those weights in to get that good proper row. Makes that a little bit harder, especially when you're lifting that weight up and out. That's it. And done. All right, here we go. Last plank with shoulder touches. Again, making sure that those hands are underneath the shoulders. Not doing this is not a plank. Plank is with your chest over your hands. Let's go. Last this one for 45 seconds. Then we're going on to the next 3 exercises. Remember guys, this is about your time for you to focus on you, focus on your health, focus on your nutrition. You guys have been so good the last few weeks. We only have 1 more week left. Let's really make it count. That's it. And touch down. That's it. Hips nice and straight. Nice and controlled. Controlled breathing. Feel the burn. I know I am. Done. Alright guys, those are your first 3 exercises. Okay, grab a good drink of water. If you do want to make this harder, now is your chance to either stop after those 6 exercises, well 3 times 2. Either go for a run, grab a skipping rope, get that extra 45 seconds in to get a good hard 45 seconds of skipping in. Or if not, quick drink of water and we're on to the next one. Alright, next 3 exercises, let's get into it. Starting your timer, we're doing a pec fly and a reverse sit up. So same sort of position as the chest press and the lower abs, but this time we're keeping the arms straight, lowering the elbows down, pull them back together, and then doing a quick reverse sit up. Still nice and controlled, keeping those heels above the hips the whole time. And with the pec fly, keeping your arms nice and straight, which is a slight bend to the elbow, hands facing each other, and always in line with the chest. And up, breathing in, out, and up. If this is too difficult, you can just do the pec fly option, or if you need to keep the feet on the ground, that's fine too. But if we can, getting that combination exercise in, both arms and abs. 1 more. Good. All right, next is a rear fly. Now with this, standing stagger, so 1 foot from the other, leaning forwards to keeping that core switched on. This is a little bit on the heavier side for a rear fly. You're gonna lift up and down. So basically it's opposite to the pec fly we did before. So instead of going forward, really pull out and up, keeping those arms more straight, okay, with a slight soft elbow, core switched on the whole time. You generally want to do these with around a 2 or 3 kg weight. Making a little bit hard on myself today. That's it, hands together, and then nice wide rear fly. 10 seconds, let's go. That's it. Core switched on. Keep those arms nice and straight. And done. Okay. Next, as my clients would know, it's one of my favorites. We usually do this in boxing, but it's always a bit of fun to add weights to it as well. So we're doing a crunch and punch, punch. Feet on the ground, elbows on your side, sitting up, cross, cross. Hands back together and down. Nice and controlled, cross, cross. Again, this is a little on the heavier side for this one. Stick to under 2 kg. That's it, cross, cross. Going down, keeping the weights in front of you when you're sitting up. And when you're going back down, they're not out wide to the side. Chest is up. Cross those arms over. That's it. Breathing out. And slowly down. Sitting up tall. Keep it going. Cross, cross. Together. Down. cross, cross, together, and down. All right, going back into that pec fly with a reverse sit-up. Again, keeping that back flat on the ground the whole time. That's it. Hands up, facing together, opening up, pulling together, and reverse it up. Let's go. Now making sure that we're reversed it up. You're not going way over here, okay? You just want to keep the heels just above the hips and no jolting, nice and controlled. Some people like to go kind of that quick. That's not going to do anything other than using your back, and that's not what you want to do. You want to keep that core switched on the whole time. Press the heels to the sky. You guys should be feeling this by now. Feeling the burn, especially in the chest with the pec fly. Around a 3 or 4 kg is good to use for this one. All right, getting back into that rear fly. Again, one foot from the other. Leaning forward, core switched on. Ready? Let's go. Bring it up, together. Arms just nice and straight as you can, so not locked. Slight elbow bend. That's it, and opening up, sticking your chest out at the top. So we're really gonna be working the back of the shoulders for this one. That's it. Doing good, guys. We're also working your traps. Here we go, keep it going. Doing really good, guys, doing really good. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Core switched on. Let's go 2 more. 2, 1 more. 1, done. Good job. All right, here we go, guys. Last one for this set. Crunch, punch, punch. Again, making sure that the weights are just beside your chest when you're sitting up, not having them out wide. Let's go. Sitting up, cross, cross. Down. Let's go. Cross, cross. Cross, cross, making sure that core is switched on the whole time. If this is too hard, you can either, one option is just using the weight, sitting yourself up like so, or without, that's totally fine. Just making sure, I want you to always focus on doing sit-ups. Keep that chest up, okay? It's not about curling yourself forward, about pushing your chest up to the sky. Let's go, get those crunch punch punches in, and down. Cross, cross, down. That's it. Keep going, and done. Well done. Again, either get that skipping in for 45 seconds, go for a run around the block, or stop and grab some water. Let's get to the next 3. All right, last 3 exercises, get into it right now. We are starting with a bicep curl and overhead press. Curling up, arms wide, press it up. Keep that core on the whole time. Slightly leaning forward here, so you're not going to be curling with the back. Leaning forward, pressing up above you, back together, and down. Keep it going. Let's go. Breathing out, and in. Here we go. Out, in, out, in. Here we go. Let's go. Keep it going. And bicep, overhead press, full extension, core switched on the whole time. Feeling that burn, guys. Nearly finished. That's it. And one more. Press. Good. All right, so for the next one, we're doing a tricep kickback. We're gonna do the left side only the whole time. Second round, we're then gonna do the right side. So in a nice lunge position, put your elbow on that knee, keeping that elbow up and kicking back behind you. Now this isn't about pulling up with the elbow. It's about keeping that elbow nice and straight and just kicking it back. Nice and controlled. Always keeping that core switched on. That's it. If this is too much, you can always do the overhead option. Okay, straight out, keeping the elbows nice and in towards the head, but if we can, really focusing on that one arm and kicking it straight back. Keep it going. That's it, 6 seconds. 2, one more. Good. All right, this is another one of my favorites that I do with the clients. Again, that I usually do with just boxing. We're gonna make it a little bit harder and using the weights. And again, these are a little on the heavier side, so if you can try this around with around a 2 or a 3, V-sit, and doing pistol punches. Okay, this is too much for your back. Keep those heels on the ground, and you always want to have your hands facing each other and elbows nice and close together. Try to keep those feet up. Pistol, pistol, pistols. Always keeping that core switched on, okay? So you don't want to stick your chest out too much that you're going to be overdoing it for your lower back. Slightly curved back, so your core is switched on the whole time, and push those weights up. Again, this is too much for your back completely. You can cross those legs, and you should be using around a 2 or a 3 kg weight. All right, back into those bicep curls and overhead press. Let's go. Last 3 minutes of exercise, guys. Let's make this count. Hands facing up. Ready? Curl and overhead. Back to 90 degrees. Bring those hands back together and slowly going down. So always want to have your hands facing up when you're doing bicep curls. Well, for this position at least. Some people do them when you're doing that round wrist, which is fine, but I just really want to focus on elongating that bicep. So arms straight, hands facing up, curl 90 degrees, press it up, full extension, back down, together and down. Let's go. And breathing out. Here we go, breathing out here. Full extension, so not just lowering it down here, full extension down. It's got a nice long lean bicep. Done. All right, so now we're doing the right side tricep. So having your left elbow on that left knee, right leg back, bring that elbow up towards the ribs, and let's go, kicking out. That's it, core switched on. Trying to look down for this one, don't look up so you're not pulling with the neck. Nice and controlled. Body soft, but keeping that elbow up nice and high. Just attach to that rib. So really kicking out behind you. Again, it's not about lifting with the elbow, locking the elbow there, so you're not actually moving it at all. It's only extending the elbow joint. That's it. 15 seconds, let's go. Make it count, guys. This is about you, focusing on you. Extend and back. Extend, back. Last 4, 3, 2, one more. Let's go. Push. Good. All right, last exercise. Last 45 seconds. Feeling the burn, loving the burn, guys. So again, try to keep those feet up off the ground. Let's go. Full extension with those pistols. This is a little bit more of a cardio one. If you need to, heels down on the ground. Keeping that back nice and soft, not arched, core switched on the whole time. Let's go, push it out, push it out. I need to get some lighter weights. These are getting heavy. That's it. Keep it going, 15 seconds, come on. Push it, push it. Legs up if you need to, even alternate those feet just to make it that little bit harder. That's fine, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. All right, so that is your arms and abs workout. Again, if you want for that last circuit, get in either the block run or the skipping for 45 seconds. Just to push yourself that little bit harder. Go for it. If not, good job. Make sure let me know how you go with this workout, okay? Post it on our Instagram and tag us at A Piece of Health and at Carry On Training. And don't forget to hashtag, guys. We are going to also be releasing our prizes with this video as well. So stay tuned. We have one more hard week left. Just really make it count. And we will see you soon. Bye.